Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 738. Moving around here because I forgot to turn on my microphone. Hang on. Okay, hold up. Alright, hopefully that works a little better. Sorry for the movements. There's Stanley hanging out, becoming one with nature. Alright. Is it too late to make it as an indie? Episode 738. No, it's not too late. Never too late. There's never been a better time to be an indie author. Why? Because of the amount of information available out there to save you a lot of grief. Those indies who were successful first off still had to throw a lot of mud at the wall and hope that some of it sticks. Some of it stuck. Well, nowadays, you still have to throw a little mud, but your aim is better because you know where not to throw it, you know where to throw it, and you know what to throw. So you're much, much better off. There's a lot of tools at your command now that weren't available 10 years ago or 8, 9 years ago whenever I started. It's more refined for those willing to work at it. Now, you can't just throw any book out there and make money. In the initial Kindle Unlimited era, you could do that because any borrow, you got paid like the full price, whether they read it or not. And so some people made a lot of money, and actually the books were shaky at best because, hey, you just write anything, put it out there, you put it in KU, and you made money. Nowadays, no, you don't get to do that. There's no such thing as free money, or as Heinlein said, Ton Stoffel, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. If you're willing to work hard at it, you work hard at the right things, you're going to realize some level of success. Now, the information is available, and the information is available for free in most places. You can find everything you need if you search for it. Now, you have to put into practice what will work for you. You can't join every single social media site. It will take all of your time. Do you want to be a writer or do you want to be a marketer? All of those questions can be answered nowadays where they couldn't 10 or 12 years ago. You had to train yourself to be a marketer. You had to train yourself to be a writer. Now, you have to train yourself to be a writer, but you can get a lot of help. There's a lot of camaraderie. There are a lot of successful authors out there nowadays who have made it. Sure, they started a while ago, but they're still making it. If they weren't doing the right things, then they wouldn't be making money nowadays. And that is the market that we live in, where you have to produce, you have to keep generating good content, you have to keep your fans happy, and you have to stay in touch. You can't just write a book and forget about it and disappear and become a hermit for 50 years and make a living for the rest of your life off one book. That's not happening anymore. So you have to work at it. Instant success is a pipe dream. Do not embrace the pipe dream. Do not embrace the unicorn because you may get stabbed by the horn. What you want to do is work hard at the right things to be an author. That means you have to tell stories in a good way. You have to tell great stories. So you come up with plots, and you will be inspired. Every human being is inspired with stories because from the very start, like 2-year-olds. You ever hear a 3-year-old tell a story? Did you eat that? Oh, hey, here comes a story. We all are born with the ability. Just how do you nurture it? How do you cultivate it? And how do you bring it to fruition on the written page, on the page with the written words? So this is where, what kind of tools do we have nowadays? We got phones that you can just talk into, and they turn it into text. You have your computer, you have a phone, you have an iPad that you can type on while in the car. There's so many different ways you can get your book into memorialize your words into a format that you can then share. All of these tools, look at this stuff that's available now. There's unlimited opportunity for those willing to work hard at the right things. It's a profession just like anything else. To be good in a profession, you kind of have to practice, you have to train, and you have to want it. You can't just say, hey, I wrote a book, I want to be successful. Yes, we all want to be successful, but you want to work hard at the right things. That's what you really have to want to do because you're going to get to do a lot of that as a professional author. And it's okay, because look at me. I'm sitting here in my sweatshirt hanging out, got Stanley behind me, and make good money, make a great living doing this writing thing. All right? So, no, it's not too late to make it as an indie. That's a defeatist thought. And if people who are sharing that, they've simply tried and haven't tried the right things that work for them. You're a different person. Try the right things that work for you. A lot of information out there. Embrace it. Practice. Try it. Do more of what works. Do less of what doesn't. Peace, fellow humans.